Never be a stepfather. This is what happens when you carry another man's burden. Let me start this calmly, because if this message triggers you, it's probably because you needed to hear it. Most men don't become stepfathers because it was their life plan. They become stepfathers because they were lonely, pressured, romantic, or trying to prove they're good men. And that's exactly why so many of them end up regretting it in silence. If you're a man watching this, especially a mature red pill man, stay with me, because what I'm about to say might save you years of stress, financial loss, emotional exhaustion, and quiet resentment. If you are a man considering becoming a stepfather, I need you to pause right now, because what you're about to hear is not emotional, not hateful, and not fantasy. It's reality. Cold, practical, documented reality. No one tells men the truth about what happens when you carry another man's burden. Society claps, women praise you, but the bill always comes due, and men pay it with their time, authority, money, and mental health. Stay with me to the end, because this decision has ruined more men than bad business deals ever did. The first lie men are sold. Society tells men, step up, be a real man, love her kids like your own. Sounds noble, sounds heroic, sounds masculine. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You are being asked to carry another man's unfinished responsibility without his authority, without his respect, and without his biological bond. And no amount of good intentions changes that reality. When you become a stepfather, you're not just entering a relationship with a woman, you inherit problems you didn't create. You're inheriting her past decisions, her unresolved trauma, her emotional baggage with the biological father, and most importantly, children who already have a father. Even if that father is absent, even if he's irresponsible, even if he's a mess. Because biologically and psychologically, you will always be the other guy. Then there's the authority trap, where most men get blindsided. You're expected to pay bills, provide stability, offer protection, show discipline, be emotionally available. But the moment you try to correct, discipline, or set boundaries, you hear you're not his real father. Don't talk to my child like that. You're being too harsh. So let me get this straight. You're good enough to provide, but not good enough to lead? That's not leadership, that's servitude. You pay the price while the real father gets to keep the title, and that's another hard truth. The biological father, even if he's inconsistent, still holds a permanent emotional position. He can disappear for months, show up with gifts, break promises, cause chaos, and still be forgiven faster than you will be for one mistake. Why? Because biology beats effort every time. You can give 100%, he can give 10%, and he will still be dad. That's not bitterness, that's reality. Now pause right here. If this is already hitting uncomfortably close to home, that's not an accident. Hit the thumbs up right now so this message reaches more men who need truth, not fantasies. Subscribe if you value real conversations for grown men, not politically correct nonsense. And drop a comment. Have you seen this play out in real life? Now let's talk about the financial responsibility without legacy. Let's talk money, because men live in reality. When you invest time, money, and energy into another man's children, you fund education you'll never be credited for. You support a household you don't fully control. You sacrifice resources that could have gone to your own bloodline. And here's the kicker. If the relationship ends, you walk away with nothing. No legal rights, no emotional recognition, no legacy, just memories and expenses. Emotional burnout is inevitable. Stepfathers rarely complain publicly. They suffer quietly. They bottle up feeling unappreciated, feeling second place, feeling disrespected, feeling trapped by expectations. And because men are told to man up, they stay longer than they should until resentment eats them alive. That resentment doesn't make you evil, it makes you human. Another truth nobody wants to say out loud is that children are not stupid. Children know their biological father, even if they don't respect him. They may obey you when things are calm, but when conflict hits, they instinctively align with blood, and no amount of "I raised you" speeches will override biology and instinct. Remember the saying, blood is always thicker than water. Then there's the single mother myth. Now listen carefully, this is important. This is not an attack on single mothers as people, but it is a warning to men. A woman who already has children is not looking for love first. She's looking for stability, support, and security. That doesn't make her evil, that makes her practical. But you need to ask yourself, am I choosing this because it's wise or because I'm trying to rescue someone? Men who try to rescue often end up drowning. As a man, your time is your most valuable asset, especially a mature red pill man. Your prime years matter. Those years should be spent building your mission, strengthening your body and mind, creating your own legacy, choosing a woman who aligns with your future, not her past. Every year you spend carrying another man's burden is a year you don't get back.
And the exception is not the rule. Yes, there are rare cases where stepfather situations work, but men don't build their lives on exceptions. Men build on probabilities, and the probability of emotional burnout, financial loss, authority conflicts, resentment, disrespect is simply too high to ignore. Men are not obligated to fix the consequences of other men's irresponsibility. You didn't create the child. You didn't choose the father. You didn't walk away. Yet you're expected to pay emotionally, financially, psychologically. That is not noble. That is naive. High-value men choose clean paths, not complicated rescue missions. Men who think long-term, build their own legacy, choose women without permanent entanglements, protect their authority, preserve their peace. They don't play hero. They don't chase validation. They don't accept contracts where they bear all risk and no control. And no, this doesn't mean disrespecting women or children. It means respecting yourself enough to walk away from situations that cost more than they give. Final truth. Being a stepfather doesn't make you weak, but choosing it blindly does. A disciplined man evaluates risk. A wise man protects his legacy. A mature man does not confuse sacrifice with virtue. You are not obligated to clean up another man's unfinished responsibilities, especially at the cost of your own future. Choose wisely, choose consciously, choose from strength, not guilt. And remember this, men build, boys rescue. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and don't trade your future for applause that won't last.